Hey, what's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. Hey, you guys. It is your girl, Miss Honey, here to do Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 12 episode. I am not sure, but it will definitely be down in the description bar. I think this is like 21, something like that. And of course, I can't remember the title. But let's just go ahead and get into the episode. First of all, I don't know why I thought the season was over when I clearly did see these same promos that last night we was in Italy. And they ran the credits. They did the promo for the next episode. So I don't know why I was blanking out. I also don't know why they showed a bogus episode last week when they could have showed this. Like, what are we doing? Just prolonging stuff. You know how it is. They trying to get people something to watch. But listen, the episode opens. Nene is in a really, really good mood. And although she is still being very, very petty and mean girlish, she is still in a very good mood. I prefer this Nene, even though this Nene is a lot more busy and a lot more messy than Shutdown Nene. Shutdown Nene is just like, why are you here? Shutdown Nene has zero cooperation, zero positive energy. Like, she dropped the temperature in the room down a good 2, 3, 4 degrees. Easy. So she coming down the steps, and Greg is there. He playing pool, and she talking about her big old brown legs, and she does have some big old beautiful brown legs on camera. Now, I don't know, I ain't never seen them up close, but on camera. And, you know, her and Greg being silly together and kind of affectionate. It's cute. It's real cute. You know, I love Greg. They tried to besmirchify his name these last few weeks, but I love Greg. I find no fault with Greg at this time. That's just what it is. You know, he doing a lot of speaking engagements for the Cancer Society because he been, you know, cancer free for quite some time now. And Greg was always kind of motivational anyway. I think once he got into a place where he had made up his mind, he wanted to be full on in a marriage with Nene and be with Nene. He kind of left some of those street ways behind him. And Greg is just blossoming to this, you know, super wise, well-spoken individual. Now, so I'm sure he's doing great on the cancer circuit. But of course, Nene want to tell him all about Greece, and she tells all about the Kenya situation and the ruins party and the popcorn and the fact that she needs a spitting squad. Oh, I forgot to talk about Nene getting the spitting squad. I did. Nene, you supposed to get the spitting squad for what you tried to do. Now, you didn't spit. I don't even think you had like spit in your mouth. But you pretended to spit. And you better be careful. You watch out. You might get the spin squad, right? So, of course, she tells him all of it from her perspective, as if she was the innocent and she wasn't the heavy in any of it. And Kenya was extremely uncooperative with Nene. I think I do agree to some extent to what Nene has been saying out there on her YouTube channel, that Kenya is keeping this going because this is her storyline. And really, she would just be victim if she just depended on the Marc and Kenya's storyline, because Marc is nowhere to be filmed. So I do think that, you know, keeping it going with Nene is of some profit to her, is my point. But nonetheless, Nene has done her share of dirt where she tells Greg, and Greg walks that fine line like he always does, and just tells her, well, you tried and you tried and you tried. Now just stop. Let it go. She don't want to be your friend. Just let it move on. You know, he still gave her the truth, but you can't appear like you on Kenya's side, which I don't think he is. I think he just all for squashing him. We see Candy and Todd. Candy getting ready to go, even though she just got back from Greece, she getting ready to head off to do her filming for The Chi. And you know, she's supposed to be in a lesbian thing, which evidently Todd didn't mind. But it turns out she's going to be the wife of somebody, and there's going to be some sex scenes, and he does have a problem with that, which I think is cute. I definitely think it's cute. The they got a weird setup. I do believe Kandi and Todd love each other, but they got a weird, awkward, uncomfortable setup. Like, they argue to a certain limit, and then they both equally kind of pull up. You know, they not gonna put too much of their business and how they really argue out there. And I think that's why they argued, that their awkwardness comes from. They didn't argue, but you know, she was saying that she got 10 weeks in Chicago, 7 weeks before the baby comes. She's gonna have to fly back and forth, and then she's gonna get a tour bus to go around Chicago so she can keep the baby on the tour bus, because she want the baby to be, you know, he hadn't heard her voice, or she hadn't heard her voice all 9 months, and now she want the baby to just really get acclimated to her, you know. Everybody understand that. That's cool. But we see as the episode goes along where Kandi comes back in town, and she is at an event for Porsha. She is, as soon as she land back in town, now she only filmed 2 or 3 days on the shot. And the other 2 days she come home to Atlanta. They show where she FaceTiming with Todd and Lil Ace, and Lil Ace is awkward at first, and then it just come over him. He just started, you know, when them baby tears be so numerous. I mean, his eyes had filled up till they couldn't fill up anymore, and then when he blinked and them tears fell down in buckets, I said, oh, that baby crying for real. That baby, this is he for real. No, everybody stop what y'all doing. And they did, you know, they, ooh, but ain't so much you can do on FaceTime. Like, if she had started crying too, it would have just been a mess. Plus, I don't think Kandi is like that, really. But, you know, he say, I miss mommy and I want mommy. And this was a good little bit of moisture in a normally dry storyline for Kandi and Todd. I like the way Todd went ahead after they got on our FaceTime. Love you, I love you. And he hugged up Ace, and you're going to be all right, buddy. You're going to be all right. I said, now that's a good daddy. That's a good daddy. Because a lot of people, you know, a lot of men don't have that sense of comfort in, you know, with them. They be like, come on, let me get you something to eat. Come on, boy, let me get you some juice. He was like, come on, hug your daddy up. Hug your daddy up. You okay. You all right. And it was just what Ace needed. He just needed to get that off the top. He had it boiled up real top to the tippity top. Like somebody had shook him real good, and he was a hot Coca-Cola baby, and he did all he could to hold it back. Baby, with that damn bro, it's buckets. It was so cute. Later on, we see where they have a good little fight, baby. Todd and Kandi, a good little fight where she done come back in town on one of her days off, and Don Juan got her stack packed book. Now, y'all know that a lot of people feel a certain type of way about Don Juan. I'm glad Karma got out when she did, because now it kind of all falls on Don Juan. He said Don Juan wanted to be keeping mess going and bringing stuff back and doing all this and running Kandi. I don't know. I don't think Don Juan would be booking her like that if she wasn't okay with it. I just don't think so. Now, Kandi has shown herself to be very much a boss lady. I don't understand why you not scheduling time in for your family. But she didn't have a leg to stand on with Todd. So when he was like, time out, because she was trying to like retort where he was saying, you ain't make time for your family. Like, why if you booking every minute of the day, maybe you don't want to be with your family. And she was like, well, no, because you know I. And he was like, Time out. At least he ain't call her Can. like Marc was doing can. No, he was like, time out. I'm talking now. It's my turn. Let me say what I got to say. Now, because before she left to go to the shop, she wanted them to do a little counseling. Because she felt like they had a couple of tips over the last few months she wasn't comfortable with. Now he telling you for real. Like now he's saying this what's up. Because he said he wouldn't mind seeing a therapist. Because he got some stuff he want to say. You know, and she kind of looked at him like, what you want to say? Okay, well now you finna get it. Now you, here it is. Like to hear it, here it go. You ain't spending no time with your family. Huh? Every minute you're saying after other folk, doing for other people, women's empowerment and all this other stuff, and you ain't here with your family. What's up? What gives? Do you want to be with your family? Like, what's up? Then he went ahead and broke it down, the fact that the job he do ain't what he really want to do. It ain't in his heart. He support Candy 100%. He want to, he want her to take it to the moon and back. But at the same time, I want to do production. I want to do storylines, and I'm not able to do all this because it's important for me to be the breadwinner in order to even be seen as equal to you in your family's eyes, in the public's eyes, so on and so forth. Ooh, Candy couldn't say nothing. She had to go get. Oh no. Yeah, so he was just laying it all out there for her, and she still ended up going to do the events because she had already committed to doing them. And then she did this awkward walkout. Thank you for putting up with my crazy life, girl. And you got a new baby coming, huh? You not excelling at the family members that you have. You adding another family member to it, and you still not, you know what I mean? Like you're not getting it. So we're going to see next week where they're going to go to counseling. So that's going to be good. Anyway, let's see what else. We see where Nene and Cynthia meet up. And they look like Carol Baskins from Tiger King. Oh, both of them with that Anglo-Saxon weave. Them different color blondes and reds and flax and, brassy blondish colors in Cynthia's hair. I don't know. It was so ragtag to me. Maybe it was pretty in person, but I don't know. It just seemed kind of ragtag to me. And her Nene had a stripe going down her leopard print pants. I was like, what is that? What is that stripe? Is that like a racing stripe? Is that like joggers? The stripe that be on the side of joggers and stuff? I don't understand why people putting that on everything. It's weird to me. It's weird. But so they got to talking about Grease, and Cynthia she wanted to go over there and make sure she was clear with Nene that she wasn't, in the when they was gonna be doing the role play, her and Candy, and Grease, that she was gonna do her justice and she ain't mean no harm and so on and so forth with all of that. And then she acted it out. It was good. It was good old-fashioned fun. It was just good old-fashioned Cynthia and Nene. It was good. And Porsha pulled up because she got a March of Dimes event. She's a spokesperson for March of Dimes. Y'all know Porsha had a miscarriage, and she's had some issues with, conceiving and things like that. And she know a ton of people that's had issues. Y'all know it's very prevalent now. It's very, very prevalent now. It's not a given that people will just be able to pop out children, especially if they wait too long into their 30s. It's more likely than if you're in your 40s, but then you start to get in that place environmentally and just a whole host of things where women are not able to carry children to full term or having issues during pregnancy. The March of Dimes is good for all of that. I know when I was young and in middle school, we used to collect dimes every year for the March of Dimes, and fill up this little card, this little gleam money card that you slide the dimes in. Y'all remember that. Anyway, so she come by Swag Boutique and to invite them. She don't even get out of the car, baby. That high five that Nene gave Porsha. First of all, she came out the door dancing. It was just the girls. I wish they could be this way all the time. I'm not saying not be shady because it adds to it, but I just wish they could have this type of camaraderie all the time. And the way they fell into each other, it wasn't like a high five, like high five, good game. No, it was a high five, like they fell into each other, like girl. It was so good, like that whole moment. And, her saying that Nene and Cynthia was dressed like Carol Baskins, and it's another animal print function y'all didn't invite me to. I was just like, I don't know. I just wish it could always be that way. Anyway, she came by there and invited them to the event. Then we see where Kenya goes to see her lawyer, her estate planner, and she want to talk about the new developments and basically everything that she have, all of her assets. Anything happened to her, she wanted to roll into a trust for Brooklyn, and her Aunt Lisa is going to be in charge of that trust. Now, some of the tidbits that Kenya gave us during this meeting with her estate planner was that, A, she had no idea when she married Marc what his actual net worth was. She said, I believe I have more assets than he does, and I believe I currently am worth more than he does. What do you mean you believe? What do you mean you believe? Y'all got married so fast. You had no idea the whole time y'all was dating that evidently y'all spent it courting and everything that comes under that. A lot of times on top of each other, connected to each other physically, but not doing your research, Kenya. Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. You had every intentions on trying to get pregnant. You had every intentions on perhaps being taking care of that child. How do you not know that the man that you married what his worth is? And then we find out later when she telling Aunt Lisa about the fact that she gonna be the executor over the trust for Brooklyn. She breaking down crying again, and I guess I'm supposed to feel sorry for her, but I just don't have it for her. I just don't have it for her because I'm like, dude, you didn't know this man net worth? Like, and I guess it's something everybody does, but I don't have nothing to really lose like that. Like, what is you gonna get from me? No, it's all in the will. It's all in the will. Y'all didn't have no prenup. It's just weird. Like, he's this person that you can't trust. You can't. You don't know how much he make. You don't know if he have any assets. We find out she can't even talk to his mama and daddy. You didn't talk to his mama and daddy before you got married to him. You don't know how many what is really going on? You don't know nothing about this dude. Nothing about this dude. Listen, you didn't know enough about him to be traveling with him to this far off place that y'all went to and even got married. You did not. You did not. If you had got over there and got sick, then what? If he had got over there and got sick, then what? Who was you going to call? Who was you going to call? His business partner? The people who introduced y'all? Like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe I'm an overplanner. Maybe I overthink. You know, I am a Virgo. They say Virgos overthink everything. But it ain't never led me wrong. I tell you that. It ain't never led me wrong. Okay. So now you hear, fast forward, and there's allegations of the fact that he possibly had multiple relationships on you and y'all 2 years together. And all this other stuff. You just worried about Brooklyn and you're just trying to play this damsel. And I'm like, girl, come on now. Come on. And he's a terrible prospect in every way except he was able to impregnate you. Other than that, he sucks. He sucks. He sucks. I mean, come on. You wanted Tanya to be informed, sis. You wanted Tanya to be so informed about what was going on in her relationship. And all the while, what is going on in your own? That's what I like to know. What's really going on? Because you revealing it little by little because it fits this damsel in distress story that you got going on. But sis, it looked like you picked him for his sperm. It looked like everything else was second, third, fourth, fifth down the line. And then you sit here and act like, I never expected my marriage. You never put anything into your marriage, sis. You didn't put no research, no know-how. Y'all didn't get no paperwork together. Y'all didn't do no asset assessments, any of that. Any of that. Oh, what did you put into this marriage? You just slept with a dude, got pregnant, and married a man. That's all. On the island. And I got a feeling that you didn't tell nobody about what was going on. Because, hell, you didn't know a lot about what was going on. Except that you was going to do this. And you was going to get this done. You was going to get this baby. You know, and shout out to you for being a mom. But now don't try to go back on it, girl. Don't try to go back on it and act like you poured everything into this. Because if you was thinking about your future, girl, you would have known this man's worth. You would have known that this man is controlling. I'm sorry. But I would have had to meet his parents. I would have had to meet his family. I would have had to been a little bit more in the know about what was going on with him, how he run his business, the whole nine. Like, she make it seem like checking on me every day. Every conversation we have ever heard between you and this man on film has been tensions. contentious. It has been a drudgery. Like, I don't, why are you now making it seem like you had this real bona fide marriage, sis? No, it's a shambles. It's a shambles. It's tissue paper thin. I'm sorry, I'm not buying it. Not doing it. Let's go to Porsha's event. It was really pretty. She asked everybody to wear bright colors. Everybody did. She also wanted all the ladies to maybe, if they felt comfortable, tell their stories about the challenges of getting pregnant, the challenges of trying to have children later on in life. Marlo spoke. It was beautiful. I felt like it was genuine. It was what it was from Marlo. We hear Tanya speak her story about finding out after she found her forever love. She finds out that that she didn't have as much egg production as they would like, just dealing with all of that. And I really connected. Probably Shamia also spoke. It was a little off-putting though, because Shamia was like, her water broke real early, and the first person she called was Kenya. Well, it turns out Kenya had her baby like a couple of weeks before Shamia did. So maybe that's why she called Kenya. But Porsha was sitting there looking like, so your water break, and the first person you call to help you out is Kenya, and not me? Like, this is my first time hearing this story. This is awkward. This is weird. It was. So apparently, Kenya talks to a lot of people behind the scenes, just depending on what they have in common. Eva kind of said that, I think, in a blog. She was saying, like, Kenya's salt of the earth and all this other stuff. Okay. Anyway, the story I connected with most was Marlo's story, because I am an auntie. I don't have children. I don't anticipate on ever having children to come out of my body, but I take a lot of pride in being an auntie. I'm the best auntie there is. Okay, I'm the #1 auntie to my niece and my nephew. I pray my brothers have children so that I could be the best auntie to them as well. And I'm okay with it. It is what it is. But before they got started with the dinner, Nene come in the door and she didn't push. I did like them pants she had on, them hot pink pants with them butterflies. I did think those was cute. But she come in with the story about Marc and Kenya, about Marc cheating on Kenya multiple times in their 2-year relationship. And I was proud of Porsha. Porsha said, I don't believe that story is true. That seemed like a fake story to me. Like, she wasn't feeding into any of that. Probably because of her event, but also probably because she didn't want that drama. Like, she didn't want that drama. She wasn't in that place where she was gonna drag her. I do think it's funny that everything they put in the ruins fire, they continue to talk about though. Tanya and the cookie lady situation, like, girl, you could have kept that comment. That went nowhere. I do agree that while she was worried about your relationship and your man, she probably should have been checking on hers, but that was always going to be the case. And if really Eva and Cynthia and other people had half the balls that they were supposed to have, they would have said that at that table to Kenya. I think it's real funny that we don't see Cynthia and Kenya talk one-on-one at all. In this episode, we see Cynthia kind of hanging on the other side of the tracks with the other girls and not really paying Kenya no mind. Now, Cynthia did go to see Eva, who done had baby Maverick. And he looked just like his little daddy. And she tells her the whole story about Greece and how Kenya shaded her on the wines and all of that stuff. And she accepted her apology and this, that, and the third. But we don't never see Kenya and Cynthia talk. So that was pretty much the whole episode, but it still was like good little bits to talk about. Like, it was good little pieces to expound upon. I continue to be proud of Porsha and how she's carried herself this season. I still think that her and Tanya would make a great spinoff episode, the two of them together. I call BS on this whole Kenya Marc Daily situation, because the more it's coming out, the more it seemed like you kind of got this guy off the side of the road from somewhere. Like, I mean, you got so many assets. It just seems like you didn't even invest in a private investigator or any type of thing to just solidify the fact that you were spending time with or giving your time to somebody that was even worth it. That was even worth your time and energy. And that's what we have to do, ladies. That's what we have to do. We have to make sure that when we put all our eggs in this basket, this is a solid basket. It's a solid basket, especially if you got assets, especially if you got businesses, especially if you're going to have a child with somebody. You would think you would put just a little bit more energy into it. But I'm not buying it. You ain't know nothing about this man, and now you want us all to feel sorry for you. I don't know. I call BS because I feel like you would if it was somebody else. Okay? If it was somebody else. Remember, Porsha was a capped woman. That was an arranged marriage. She was his beard. Talking about her and Cordell's marriage. Porsha and Cordell's marriage. You got some nerve. You got some nerve. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this whole Todd and Candy situation as well. Like, is it me? Or is it just different? It's just different. I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think. Put it down below. And until next time, honeybees.